Agram Kumar from class 4th A. I will be presenting a PowerPoint presentation on some of the famous English poets. So let's begin. Poetry. So what is a poetry? Poetry is a form of expression. If we are writing a poetry, it lets us get out our feelings and thoughts on a subject. If we are reading a poetry, it encourages us to connect and find the meaning in our experiences. Who is a poet? A poet is a person who creates a poetry. I will brief you some of the names of the poets. Some are from national origin and some are from foreign origin. National origin is in blue color and foreign origin is in purple color. Rabindranath Tagore. He was a Bengali poet, writer, composer, philosopher and painter. He started writing poetry at the age of 8 years, and at the age of 16 years, his first poem was released, named Bhanu Simha. He was very famous and there are 8 museums on his name, 3 in India and 5 in Bangladesh. His notable work was India's national song Jana Gana Mana, Gitanjali, Ravindra Sangeet and many more. His date of birth was 7th May 1861. Sarojini Naidu. She was a political activist and a poet writer. She is also known as the Nightingale of India. Naidu was educated in Madras, London and Cambridge. She became a part of the Indian nationalist movement and became a follower of Mahatma Gandhi. Her notable work was Golden Thresholds in the Bazaars of Hyderabad. Her date of birth was 13th February 1879. Kamla Das. She was an Indian poet in English as well as an author in Malayalam. She wrote on diverse topics including poems, autobiography, childcare, politics and many more. Her notable work was Ente Katha, My Story. Her date of birth was 31st March 1934. With this, I will start from foreign poets. William Shakespeare. William Shakespeare was an English playwright, poet, actor, widely regarded as the greatest writer in the English language. He is often called England's national poet and the Bard of Avon. His works, including collaborations, consists of some 39 plays, 154 sonnets, 2 long narrative poems. His notable work was Hamlet, Romeo and Juliet. When that I was a tiny little boy. Her date of birth was 26th April 1564. William Wordsworth. He was an English romantic poet with Samuel Taylor helped to launch the Romantic Age in English literature. He wrote approximately 387 poems during his lifetime on diverse topics like nature, power, childhood, etc. His notable work was We Are Seven, The Thorn, My Heart Leaps Up. His date of birth was 7th April 1717. Emily Dickinson. She was an American poet. Her poems were unique of her era. They contained short lines, typical lap titles, and often used slang rhyme. She was not publicly recognized during her lifetime. The first volume of her work was published posthumously in 1890. Her notable work was Success is Counted Sweetest. Hope is the Thing with Feathers. She was born on 10th December 1830. With this, I end my presentation. Hope you liked it. Thank you.
Hey everyone, my name is Yasha, studying class 4B. Today I am going to tell about my topic, importance of grammar. First meaning of grammar. A set of rules and principles to speak and write a language in a correct manner. The word grammar derives from a Greek word. Grammar is also called the backbone of a language. Grammar is a system of rules pertaining to the sentence of language or constructed. There are two types of grammar, first prescriptive and second descriptive. Now, in presence of teaching grammar. Grammar is behind the logic of language. It provides an insight into the structure of a language. Grammar, the study of words and way in which words are together. Grammar helps to frame the sentence with proper knowledge so that other people can understand what you are exactly going to express. We study grammar to speak in a clear and more effective manner. Now some important parts of grammar. First, noun. Noun is the name of a person, place, animal or thing. For example, Raju, Chennai, Tyler, Ball, etc. And the second one is pronoun. Pronoun takes a place of a noun in a sentence. For example, he, she, it, that, etc. And the third one is preposition. A preposition is used with a noun or pronoun to show place, position, or time. For example, an, above, in front of, etc. And the fourth one is adjective. An adjective qualifies or describes a noun or a pronoun. For example, good, clear, intelligent, excellent, etc. And the fifth one is interjection. An interjection expresses a strong, uncertain feeling such as joy, fear, sorrow. For example, aha, well, Allah, great, bravo, etc. And the sixth one is conjunction. A conjunction joins words, phrases, or sentences. For example, and, yet, but, still, etc. And the seventh one is verb. A verb describes the action or state of subject is the noun. For example, run, read, etc. And the last one is adverb. An adverb modifies or describes a verb. For example, fast, slowly, and etc. This was all about my topic. Thank you for listening carefully. Have a nice day. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is S. Jaswant. I study in class 4th. My project name is poetic device. What is a poetic device? A poetic device is a plan or method of arranging words that allows poets to express themselves to their readers. There are many different poetic devices, but we will be focusing on these 8. Alliteration, personification, similes and metaphors, hyperbole, rhyme scheme, theme and voice. Alliteration. Alliteration is the repetition sound at the beginning of word. A common example is the tongue twister. Peter Parker picked a peck of pickled peppers. In this case, the P sound came at the beginning of most of the word in the sentence. Personification. Personification is when a writer gives human-like qualities to something other than a human, like a chair or a dog. Similes and metaphors. Similes and metaphors are both used to compare one thing to something else. While similes and metaphors are very similar, there is one key difference between the two. Similes always use the words like or as to make their comparison, while metaphors let their two keywords. Hyperbole. Hyperbole is the greatest thing, the history of the entire world. hyperbole is nothing more than a very large exaggeration as demonstrated above and is often used for express aposes here. I have made something appear can be used many different ways. Rhymes and rhyme scheme. What is a rhyme? A rhyme consists of two or more words whose beginnings sound different but whose endings sound the same. For example, shirt and cat. Rhyming because they beginning with different sounds. Yes, the endings of the ending sound the same. However, the ending do not necessarily be to be spell the same. Theme and voice. There are two of the harder poetic devices to identify in a poem because they are more abstract. Rarely will you be able to find one line of a poem that simply states either the theme or the voice. Instead, you need to read the poem and look deeper to discover the theme and voice. The author is attempting to portray in their poem. Thank you. Thank you.
मेरा नाम एंजल है। मैं कक्षा 4 की छात्रा हूँ। आज मैं आपको हमारे विज्ञान जगत पिता यानी सर आइजैक न्यूटन के बारे में बताने जा रही हूँ। उनका जन्म 4 जनवरी 1643 में हुआ था। पुराने जिले के कैलेंडर के हिसाब से उनकी जन्म तिथि 25 दिसंबर 1642 बताई जाती है। माता पिता न्यूटन एक किसान के पुत्र थे। उनके जन्म के 3 महीने बाद उनके पिता की मृत्यु हो गई थी। शिक्षा। जब वह 12 साल के थे तब उनकी मां ने उन्हें स्कूल से निकलवा के ये योजना बनाई कि वह खेती बाड़ी करें, लेकिन उनकी मां ने उन्हें न्यूटन को खेती बाड़ी में नहीं रस पाया। इसी कारण उनकी शिक्षा पूरी करने के लिए उन्हें किंग स्कूल में दाखिला करा दिया। गुरुत्वाकर्षण की खोज। गुरुत्वाकर्षण की खोज सर आइजैक न्यूटन ने तब की थी जब वह अपने आंगन के एक सेब के पेड़ के नीचे बैठे थे और उनके सर पे एक सेब गिरा और उन्होंने सोचा यह सेब सिर्फ नीचे ही क्यों गिरा, ऊपर की तरफ क्यों नहीं गया। इसी घटना के दौरान उन्होंने गुरुत्वाकर्षण की खोज की। प्रसिद्धि। उनकी कुछ प्रसिद्धि हैं जैसे गुरुत्वाकर्षण का सिद्धांत, न्यूटन की विधि, न्यूटन के गति के नियम। पदक। उन्होंने कुछ पदक जीते हैं जैसे SRS, नाइट और बैचलर। उनकी कुछ किताबें हैं जैसे ऑब्स्टिक्स, नेवल एट रेस्ट। उन्होंने कुछ विचार लिखे हैं जैसे हमने दीवारें तो बहुत बनाई, प्राप्त पुल नहीं बनाए। हर एक क्रिया की प्रतिक्रिया होती है, जो सबसे ऊपर जाता है उसे ही।
सुप्रभात, मेरा नाम रश्मि सिंह है। मैं कक्षा 4 का छात्र हूँ। अब मैं आपको आपको आशुतोष राणा के बारे में कुछ सुनाने जा रहा हूँ। आशुतोष राणा एक भारतीय फिल्म अभिनेता है। वह हिंदी फिल्मों के अलावा मराठी, तमिल फिल्मों में सक्रिय है। आशुतोष राणा का जन्म 10 नवंबर 1964 नर्सरी के गाडरवाड़ा मध्य प्रदेश में हुआ था। इन्होंने अपनी पढ़ाई यहीं पर संपन्न की है। वह अपने कॉलेज के दिनों में रामलीला में रावण का किरदार निभाया करते थे। राणा की शादी रेणुका राणा से हुई है। इनके 2 बेटे हैं, शौर्यमान और जितेंद्र। वहीं इन्होंने अपनी कैरियर की शुरुआत छोटे पर्दों पर की है। इन्होंने छोटे पर्दों पर काफी हिट शो किए हैं। अब मैं आपको इनकी कुछ पंक्तियां बताने जा रहा हूँ। यकीन करना सीखो, शक्तिशाली दुनिया करती है। जिंदगी जब देती है तो एहसान नहीं करती, जिंदगी जब लेती है तो लिहाज नहीं करती। दुनिया में 2 पौधे ऐसे हैं जो कभी मुरझा नहीं सकते। अगर मुरझा गए उनका कोई इलाज नहीं। प्रेम और अटूट विश्वास। धन्यवाद।
My name is Ritvik. I study in class 4th. Today I am going to show how to do calculation with our hands. Our right hand shows 1's place number and our left hand shows 10's place number. The value of each finger in our right hand is 1, 1, 1, 1 and the value of thumb is 5. If we raise 1 finger, it means 1. If we raise 2 finger, it means 2. If we raise 3 finger, it means 3. If we raise 4 finger, it means 4. And if we raise thumb, it means 5. If we raise thumb and 1 finger, it means 6. If we raise thumb and 2 finger, it means 7. If we raise thumb and 3 finger, it means 8. If we raise thumb and 4 finger, it means 9. The value of each finger in our left hand is 10, 10, 10, 10 and the value of thumb is 50. So if we raise 1 finger, it means 10. If we raise 2 finger, it means 20. If we raise 3 finger, it means 30. If we raise 4 finger, it means 40. And if we raise only thumb, it means 50. If we raise thumb and 1 finger, it means 60. If we raise thumb and 2 finger, it means 70. If we raise thumb and 3 finger, it means 80. If we raise thumb and 4 finger, it means 90. After knowing the value of each finger in each hand, we are ready to make calculation. Example of addition. 50 plus 43. 50. 1, 2, 3, 4. 40. 1, 2, 3. 3. So the answer is 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 91, 92, 93. Example of subtraction. 73 minus 13. 50, 60, 70 minus 73 minus 13. So 10 and 1, 2, 3. So the answer is 50, 60. 60. We can solve any type of calculation using this formula. Thank you.
Good morning everyone. My name is Hanur Kaur. I study in class 4B. Today I am going to show you one amazing magic trick so I can read anyone's mind. First you have to choose any number between 1 to 10.
Done.
Then multiply with 2.
Done.
Now multiply with 5.
Done.
Divide with original number.
Done.
Minus 7.
Done.
Your answer will be 3. Thank you.
Today, I, Divya of class 4B, has made a working model on smoke gun and air gun. When we tap on one end of the bottle, the air inside the bottle tends to move and came out from the mouth of the bottle. Let's test it. Now let's do it with smoke. smoke in it with incense stick. Now let's test it with smoke. This shows that air exerts pressure. Thank you and have a nice day.
Hello, I'm Gautam of class 4 is going to present my project. The title of my project is Charcoal Filter. The purpose of my project is filter the muddy water and make it clean water. I use 2 wastage bottle, big and small stones, charcoal, sand and cotton. After making the filter, I pour some water and it takes some time. Then it filter the muddy water and make it useful form. There are some problems like it will not make fully clean water. It will just take out dust from the muddy water and convert in useful form. There are some problems like it will not make fully clean water. In ancient times, the old people tried to make clean water. I will show you how it works. First, I will pour some water. Second, the charcoal will take out the dust from it in muddy water. Third, the cotton will absorb it and drop in the empty bottle. After some time, the empty bottle will fill in a clean water. I hope you like my project. Thank you.
Om Bhurbhuvah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat. I am Navneet Kaushal from class 4B. Today we are going to talk about spiritual well-being. What is spiritual well-being? How can we achieve it? And how does it help us? Our first question is, what is spiritual well-being? Spiritual well-being is related to art of maintaining balance in body, mind and spirit. It includes our connection to culture, community and spirituality. Spiritual well-being, you achieve it when you feel at peace with your life. It is when you are able to find hope and comfort in hardest of the times. Our second question is, how can we achieve it? It can be achieved several ways, both physically and mentally. Try yoga, meditation, positive thinking, and gratitude, etc. Our third question is, how does it help us? It is important for us because it acknowledges our search for deeper meaning in life. When we are spiritually healthy, we do not only feel connected to higher power or supreme power, but to those also which are around us. We have more clarity when it comes to make everyday choices and action become more consistent with our beliefs and values. It gives a sense of peace, wholeness, and balance among the physical, emotional, and spiritual aspects of our life. It seems to help people to cope with illness, suffering, and death. It also helps us to build self-confidence, improve concentration, helps cope with stress and self-regulation, teaches calming techniques, promotes a healthy and active lifestyle, teaches respect for self and others, enhances balance, flexibility, and muscle tone. I hope morning, sir and ma'am. My name is Rishita Kumari, class 4B. My topic is how democracy is relevant in India. There are three types of government. They are democracy, monarchy, and dictatorship. Democracy. The word democracy is derived from the combination of two words, demos and kratos. Demos mean people, kratos mean power. That means democracy is nothing but people's power. In other words, it is the government of the people, by the people, and for the people. Monarchy, it is the form of government ruled by king or queen. Dictatorship, it is a form of government ruled by one person or a small group without effective constitutional limitation. Different countries follow different form of government. For example, India, America follow democracy. Bhutan, Cambodia, Denmark follow monarchy. Madagascar, Myanmar, Sudan follow dictatorship. In India, we follow democracy because it is the best form of government. For example, equality is its basis. One man, one vote is its lying principle. People can choose their own government. They can enjoy certain rights which are very essential for any human being to live freely and happily. No distinction on the basis of caste, creed, birth or sex makes it glorious. No privilege to anyone is its demand. It allows people of various religion and cultures live peacefully. People of democracy are more tolerant and accepting to each other differences. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Good morning. My name is Prati Sharma. I'm studying class 4A. My topic is mental health. What is mental health? Mental health is ability to do work properly as per situation demands. Some people who are physically fit but cannot do their work properly. Maybe they are suffering from some mental disorder. As per World Health Organization report, 7.5% Indians suffering from some mental disorder. We can't even know that they are suffering from some mental illness. There are some symptoms like talk to themselves. We see some people talk to themselves when they are alone. People in India call them mad, stupid, crazy, etc. But no, it is not like this. Maybe they are suffering from some mental disorder. They can be alright with proper treatment. Other symptoms are feeling sad or down, excessive fear, excessive anger. There are some causes like stress. Due to pandemic, so many people lost their jobs. They are worried how they will pay school fees of their children, house rent, daily needs. So stress level increase. Other causes are anxiety, depression, and study pressure. There are some solutions like outdoor activities. We know that healthy mind lives in a healthy body. So we should do outdoor activities to be physically fit and mentally fit. Other solutions are create awareness, mental health, professional health, to create more inclusive environment. World Health Day is observed on 10th October every year to create awareness and to make more inclusive environment for people who are suffering from some mental disorder. Thank you. Have a nice day.